Is buying a fixer-upper in the Bay Area actually worth it? Or is it just a giant money pit waiting to happen? I've helped tons of buyers buy, remodel, and even flip homes over the years. And today I'm breaking down the real pros and cons so you know exactly what you're getting into. My team and I manage dozens of remodels every single year for both buyers and sellers. Here's the honest breakdown. Let's start with the pros. Pro number 1, lower purchase price. Fixer-uppers are usually priced below move-in ready homes, and in competitive Bay Area markets, this might be the only way to get into a certain neighborhood. I'll be real, you don't always avoid bidding wars. In super desirable areas with great schools like Menlo Park, Burlingame, places like that, you can still get crazy competition even for total fixers. But in more average or less competitive areas, you have a much better chance of getting a deal because most people don't want to take on a project like this. Pro number 2, you can build equity fast. Cosmetic updates alone can add a ton of value. New floors, fresh paint, a nicer kitchen, updated landscaping. Depending on the area, I've seen those improvements add hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity. But it all depends on the finishes you choose. I've seen people remodel a home and use colors and materials that aren't very appealing to most buyers. And when they go to sell, they don't make nearly as much money as they could have if they stuck with neutral, popular choices. So design matters. Pro number 3, you can customize the home exactly how you want it. This is one of the biggest perks of buying a fixer. You can control the layout, the finishes, the colors, the lighting, and the storage, everything. A lot of the Bay Area homes, especially older ones, have chopped up layouts. And even when buyers tour brand new or recently remodeled homes, they're often like, well, I love 80% of this, but I wish the countertops were different. Or I want a bigger shower, or I want to take out the tub, or whatever. With a fixer, you get to design the exact home that you want. Landscaping too. Yards, pavers, fire pits, garden boxes, sauna, cold plunge, barbecue area, you name it. It's endless. And honestly, it's a fun process if you're into it. Pro number 4, less competition. A lot of buyers run from projects. So if you're comfortable with renovation or even just willing to manage contractors, you have a big advantage. Again, this varies by neighborhood. In highly desirable cities, you can still see heavy competition on fixers, and sometimes fixers are even more competitive. But in more normal neighborhoods with average schools, investors, and flippers will be your main competition. And because they need to make a profit, they can't always pay as much as a regular home buyer who's just planning to live there long term. Pro number 5, you can phase the work. You can move in and just handle the basics, like painting, flooring, cleaning, making sure all the important little things work. Then as you save money and live in the home, you get a better sense of layouts, design ideas, and what you actually want long term. And that's exactly what I did with my own home. It's been a constant project, and honestly, I love it. Now let's talk about the cons, because there are definitely some big ones. Con number 1, renovations are expensive right now. Labor and materials in the Bay Area are some of the highest in the entire country. A project you think will cost around 20 grand can easily turn into 60. Good contractors are hard to find, and workers either have to live here, which is expensive, or they live far away and commute because they can make more money in the Bay Area. Either way, you're paying for that. Con number 2, hidden costs and surprises. Old homes are unpredictable. You could open up a wall and find dry rot, mold, old plumbing, electrical issues, bad framing, illegal additions. So many things that you simply can't discover during inspections when you're buying the home. If you're planning a big project like extending the home or finishing a basement, you might find out you need structural reinforcement, excavation, or new concrete walls, retaining walls that you didn't plan for. There's no way to know for sure until you start opening things up, and you have to be ready for that financially and mentally. Con number 3, permit delays and city red tape. Cities on the Peninsula and San Francisco can be incredibly slow. You submit plans, wait weeks, and then they ask for revisions. A project you hope would take a couple of months can easily take half a year or more because of redesigns, slow communication, scheduling inspections, and all the different departments involved. Even simple projects can get stuck in the permitting black hole. Con number 4, stress, time, and project management. Managing a remodel is almost a part-time job. Even with a really good general contractor, you still have to make decisions, choose materials, approve changes, verify work, and stay on top of timelines. If you hire someone cheaper or you're trying to manage subs yourself, it's basically a full-time job at certain points. For people with full-time jobs, kids, or busy lives, the stress can be overwhelming. Con number 5, you may not be able to move in right away. Big projects require temporary housing. So you're paying your current rent or mortgage plus the mortgage for the new house while construction is happening. You might also have storage costs and other expenses. It can be an expensive and stressful period before you actually get to live in the home. So who is a fixer-upper right for? Someone with a flexible timeline, someone who has the renovation budget beyond just the down payment, someone who wants sweat equity and customization, and someone who can handle or outsource project management. Who is a fixer-upper not right for? Buyers with tight budgets and no room for surprises, people who absolutely need turnkey, and anyone who gets really anxious with dust, chaos, delays, and constant decision making. Here's my advice. If you're thinking about buying a fixer, first, it's always good to talk to contractors, maybe even get contractor bids before you write the offer. My team does this all the time for clients. We help them meet with contractors and what might be involved in the project. Second, focus on the big ticket items first. The roof, the foundation, plumbing, electrical, windows. Third, avoid homes with weird layouts unless you're ready for engineers, structural work, and permits. Fourth, always budget an extra 20 to 30% for surprises, because Bay Area remodels always have surprises. And finally, work with an agent who actually understands remodeling. It saves you money, time, and headaches. Before you go, drop a comment and tell me what part of buying in 2026 worries you the most. And if you're thinking about buying a fixer-upper anywhere in San Mateo County or San Francisco, my team and I can walk you through costs, contractors, and what to look out for. Reach out anytime. I'm happy to help you strategize.